about the police who were killed, but I do not want to forget about the men who were killed for no reason by police. I'm curious about how the media will handle this. I think the police will get all the coverage. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. And if they don't, so here's the reason why. Because if they don't, there's people who are observing it, people who can pull together to have thousands behind them. I'm talking about your fraternal order police, the fraternal order police presidents. Okay, they will form Voltron on the media if they do not. Black folks don't have anything like that. Unless you get a civil rights leader here, civil rights leader there, unless what's left of black media, decides to focus on it. And I'm sure Roland Martin will be spending a lot of time on it this morning. Craig writes, good morning, Chop Shop. Tiffany writes, I wonder if the suspects are white. Nothing has been released about them, and they even tried to negotiate with one. Usually when it's a minority, their names and info is instantly released. Man, listen, I hope ain't no brothers involved with this. I hope not. We don't need that. As the Cincinnati representative of my household in terms of brothers, we don't need that. I'm just telling you. Okay? And I'm not one of those black dudes that's out in the streets riding dirty, with a record. That's not even me. So we don't need that. Okay? We don't need that. So what am I saying, Nate? That I hope that they're white? I'm just saying that I just hope that they're not black. Okay? I don't want to see some black man's face. Oh, he was disgruntled. He was a former member of Black Lives Matter. I'll tell you why. Because if that happens, you can fold it up, put it in a tent, and put it in a cart, and take your Black Lives Matter protest home in each and every city in each and every state. Because now the police will have a justification to be suspicious of you. That's how it rolls. Right, wrong, or whatever. That's just the way it's going to go down. And we don't need that. We do not need that. Will you attend? Are you thinking about attending? Will you attend? I told you earlier, if you're just tuning in currently, 7:49 a.m. in the Queen City. Nate Ivey with you. This is the Nathan Ivey Show. But I told you that on Sunday, right outside of District 1, Black Lives Matter is going to have a unity rally. They're saying it's about peace. So they're trying to, maybe the umbrella is victims of gun violence. Okay, there it is. Will you attend? Are you going to go to the Black Lives Matter rally 2 days after, 3 days after 5 officers were killed in Dallas, Texas? Now, it's not Cincinnati, but you know how these things go. You know how it works. Each one will have to make that decision for themselves. Carolyn writes, if I were dude, I would sue the hell out of the media and the police department for posting my picture and accusing me of having something to do without having any facts at all. We'll see. We'll see. Tiffany writes, the man's picture is still on the Dallas PD Facebook page. Is it? Someone else posted a video of that man with other people during the shooting. Wait. Let me go to the Dallas. Hold on. Let me go to number one, Facebook. And until you said, let me go to the Dallas Police Department. There we go. And let me see for myself what's going on here. They updated their profile picture. They're looking for tips. There's somebody missing. Nanique Thomas is missing in Dallas. Emilio Gonzalez is missing in Dallas. I'm not sure if it's associated or not. Then a bunch of wanted people. Not sexy there. Somebody's got a meme, and this is on the Dallas Police Department Facebook page. There's a meme someone posted. I don't know if they're Associated Police or whatever, but it's an image of a black man holding a weapon. He's firing into a police car, and it reads, when this starts to happen, y'all know why. That's not going to help anything. That's not going to help anything. I don't see his image up here. Now, it could be that they have, okay, now I'm getting way past the incident. It could be that they have multiple sites or they took it down, but I don't see anything up there. Daryl writes, have they showed the suspect's mugshot? This seems to me like professional snipers. Well, doesn't it? I mean, think about it for a second. I'm not sure what floor, or maybe they were at the top of these buildings. But I would have to think that you've got to have some expertise, okay? You got to be a pretty good shot. If you've got Black Lives Matter people who are walking past and they're within 10, 15, 20 feet of the police officers, and only the police officers were shot. Now, if I want to understand, there was at least one civilian that was shot. I don't believe killed, but at least one civilian. So there goes my point, or my theory on that one, if one of them was shot. But it looks like they were targeted by these snipers. This is going to be deep. Do these snipers have military training? Kush writes, whoever ambushed these cops moved skillfully. They were trained assassins. Angela writes, the whole thing sounds like it might be a calculated setup. Right. I thought that too. Sort of like a wag the dog. What better way to change the tide about police than police fall under and become prey and become victims? Obama made the point in his speech from Warsaw, Poland, many hours ago, that perhaps we should have another conversation about these high-powered assault rifles. I believe it's been stated on at least one video that I've heard this morning. And again, you don't hear a lot about that being said. What type of weapons were used? Was it this AR-15 again? Now, if it's an AR-15 or any of those variants, we need to have a serious conversation about the availability of these kind of weapons. Okay, here we go again. Here's what I'm going to tell you. I don't think that even this incident, I'm very skeptical that even this incident, my friends, is going to budge the mighty National Rifle Association. Now, listen, we've seen black people. We've seen college kids. We've seen high school students. We've seen young white 3rd and 4th and 5th graders. Okay. And now police officers killed by these type of weapons. And the politicians have been unable to do anything about it in terms of passing any quality legislation. Nothing of any substance has come to the country. Nothing. We can't close the gun show loophole. We can't close the internet loophole. We can't pass anything that would reduce the high capacity rounds. Nothing has really happened. Do you believe that this incident is going to change that? I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical. I believe that's just how powerful the forces that pretend to protect the Second Amendment are in this country. We shall see. It'll be very interesting to see how this all shakes out. Craig writes, exactly, when a certain segment of our society sees a black man practicing his Second Amendment right, oh, now it's a problem. Sick, trying to get a brother axed out. But Bubba can stroll down the produce section with his AR-15 with immunity. Sick bastards. That's Craig Bauman. I just try to bring some flair and panache to what people are writing. Tracy writes, totally irresponsible. Woody writes, and good morning to you, Woody. Sad morning, Chop Shop. Charles Manson was right. Helter Skelter is coming. It's already here. We're living in the last days of common sense. Robin writes, do you believe, again, let's speculate here because we don't know what this is. Are these jihadists? Are these the jihadists? Is this ISIL who has sat back and analyzed the various fissures and cracks in our society, right? In our unity, in our bond. We got a lot of cracks and fissures in our bond. Hell, some are like Grand Canyons. So our international terrorists, our international actors, have they appropriately diagnosed that this is a wedge issue that could cause chaos in our communities, a distrust between law enforcement and the very people that they were sworn to protect? And before you say, Nate, that's far out there, Nate. You way out there, Nate. Nah, that couldn't happen. Think about it. The terrorists already got us to shred our Constitution so we can be safer. We call it the Patriot Act. How do you wrap up something that shreds what it means to be a patriot and call it the Patriot Act? But we did it as a response to 9/11. That's deep. I would say that media is being monitored. I'm probably being monitored this morning because I got a reputation in the city. I don't have a reputation as being an extremist. That's not really how I come across. Or maybe I do in the minds of some folks. I don't know. Never really thought about it. But I would say that any lines of communication where you see black people, Black Lives Matter, people know that Black Lives Matter has been on my show many times over the years and will continue to do so. Because I think that they're making a great point, and that if we listen to them, then maybe we can make our community and our bond a little bit better. What's wrong with that? Brent writes, call and response. The law of physics applies as far as I'm concerned. This may be another 9/11 joint. Conspiracy theory question mark. Who is the shooter and why is it conveniently done at a BLM demonstration? Of course, that's Black Lives Matter. All good questions. All good questions. Let's speculate. Once this investigation gets to the bottom of it, what do you think they're going to find? I'll put it to you like that. It's kind of open-ended. Are they going to find that this was some international operation to exaggerate issues that we've already got? Chaos, make us, distrust ourselves, just to cause some chaos in our communities while other things are going on? Could be. Are these people who are associated with Black Lives Matter, who may or may not have some military training, who may or may not have some issue with police, and so they staged this because they knew the police would be there, and this was really about their issue with police officers? Do you believe it was that? Is this some other kind of black ops operation where the police were targeted for some other nefarious reason, and it's not really associated with Black Lives Matter? I mean, these are all things that we don't know yet. We have no idea. Do you believe that they're going to find the perpetrators are black or they're white? And what will be the implications either way? There's so many things to discuss. Deanna writes, attorney. Tracy writes, no police escorts for them. Nothing. Right. That was deep. That was deep. Carolyn writes, shaking my head. No apologies will be given. Jerica, good to see you. She writes, good morning, great people. Brent writes, they need media exposure, and the Dallas police chief needs to accompany them to clear their names. I would agree. Tracy writes, one of the suspects allegedly killed himself, cornered in a garage. Yeah, okay. I could imagine. Listen, I won't speculate on that, but I feel you on that one. I'm a little cynical, especially after officers have been killed. Because if you kill somebody I'm close to and I get a chance to get a couple shots in, to inflict some pain, I'm taking it. You know what I'm saying? That's most people. And why would it be any different for an officer? You just killed my friend. You killed somebody I've known for 10 years. You killed this man. This man saved my life 2 weeks ago. Now you've killed him? He's got a family. I can understand how these officers will be very upset. Deanna writes, by the way, morning family, just coming back. Data is a B. Akeem writes, president's first response before the shooting in Dallas. Same response from Ferguson. Oh, you mean a response about the black man being killed by officers? Yeah, I've got that for you too. Check that out.
Good evening, everybody. I know we've been on a long flight, but given the extraordinary interest in the shootings that took place in Louisiana and Minnesota, I thought it'd be important for me to address all of you directly. And I want to begin by expressing my condolences for the families of Alton Sterling and Philando Castile. As I said in the statement that I posted on Facebook, we have seen tragedies like this too many times. The Justice Department, I know, has opened a civil rights investigation in Baton Rouge. The governor of Minnesota, I understand, is calling for an investigation there as well. As is my practice, given my institutional role, I can't comment on the specific facts of these cases, and I have full confidence